Hi everyone, this is The Game Plan. My name is Carol Radul. And yeah, another weekend where there was no chance of Arsenal dropping points. That's why I'm in such a good mood. But I am looking forward to that game against Tottenham, whenever it will be played.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm not a Man United fan. I have nothing to hide.
But Carol has been playing her own games. As you can see by your foot, what's happening?
I was playing. This is a football injury.
That's Africa Cup of Nations, I can tell. That's roughness.
Oh, yeah, that's a proper African tackle.
Now, talking about African, even here, we do enjoy the football, as you know.
Yeah.
And I can tell you one thing, that whether the teams are winning, losing, drawing, the thing that you're guaranteed to get is full-bodied entertainment. Of course, everything is possible when it comes to the results.
Right.
When you enjoy your football with your friends. Yes, whether it's lose, win, draw, we're all going to get excited about it. And the way we best enjoy it, of course, is with the rich taste of Guinness Smooth, which makes everything possible for us to enjoy. Carl, you over-enjoyed your weekend, but we'll let that be.
It's been 3 weeks, Roy.
Remember, everything is possible, and excessive alcohol consumption is harmful to your health, but not for sale to people under the age of 18 years.
Yes, everything is indeed possible. If you've been watching the Africa Cup of Nations, you certainly believe that. Today, we're going to speak to a Kenyan journalist who is in Cameroon, Collins Okinyo. He's media and editorial for CAF. And he's also Jabondo. Hey, Ajaturua, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Carol. Nice to have you guys around.
Today you sound really humble and quiet.
My friend.
I've seen you cheering Gor Mahia. Let's not pretend.
You're so decent.
I'm okay. It's the morning, and I was waiting for the show. And we're having a very good atmosphere here, so it's exciting to be with you.
The only thing
Actually,
missing
Collins,
is a tie. He's just missing a tie. He looks so decent.
It's football, Roy. It's football. Collins, you've been in Cameroon since before the tournament kicked off. Paint a picture for us on the atmosphere there right now and over the last 1 week.
To be sincere, the atmosphere is fantastic. You know, basically, let me first say that the presence of everyone here in Cameroon has really improved. And, you know, the government, the people themselves are happy because this Cameroon has made, you know, this AFCON has ensured that a lot of infrastructure has been built around the country. So many people have come around from different countries. So the mood has been good. If you look at the organization, has been fantastic. It's only that there were small challenges in a place like Olembe, the main stadium that basically hosted the opener and will be hosting the closing game. But all those were tackled. And right now, it is all, you know, everything is moving swiftly from Olembe, going to Garua, here at Bafoussam. And we hope with the tournament excitement picking up, it will be very good for Africa because a lot of people wanted this particular tournament to be postponed. But I think now the European journalists are seeing how the excitement and what the importance of African football and especially AFCON.
Can I ask you, what are the standards of the stadium in terms of, they look good on the screen, so I'm wondering, in real life, when do you know Zishika, so you can see them? What are the standards of the stadiums?
Let me tell you, the quality of the stadiums are so good. And even to add to this, right now I'm in Bafoussam, and going to where Malawi and Ethiopia or Senegal are training, it's like 70 kilometers down in some village. But if you see the standards that they've made here, I think this is very impressive and good for Africa. They have invested properly, and this is what should be happening across different nations. Like example, this would be good for our country. Our country is so developed, but now we lack this kind of infrastructure, especially for football.
In fact, I was going to tell you, take notes. Take notes, bring them back here, and you talk to the football caretaker committee and tell them, this is what I picked up from AFCON. This is what Kenya can do. Leakage, Baba. Anyway, Collins, let's get into the football itself. If we were to make predictions before the tournament started, we knew the teams we knew would just sail into the next round. Teams like Ghana, teams like Algeria, but that has not been the case.
No, let me tell you, that's the most exciting part. And, you know, we are learning that Africa in the Cup of Nations is not a respecter of big names. because we had predicted the likes of Algeria,
Algeria,
Ghana, but you can see what's happening to them. Smaller nations like Sierra Leone are coming up, smaller nations like Gambia are coming up, and that is the importance of African football. That's why you can't compare it to Europe. You know, most of these teams, they have come with their star-studded players from Europe. But when you come and see a local player like Kamara, the goalkeeper of Sierra Leone, basically shining and getting man of the match ahead of Mahrez, that basically tells you that things are really building up. And if you can build up on this, then Africa is basically going to go forward.
Actually, last night we saw Equatorial Guinea completely, well, okay, if you were to assess the game, of course, Algeria played a much better game, but it's about the goal. It's about the goal. And you can tell that these players are playing with so much heart. And I heard a stat that Equatorial Guinea has a population of 1.4 million people.
Right.
Yet they have beaten the defending champions.
Yes.
That is just what is amazing about African football.
And if you look at Equatorial Guinea, they are ranked 144th. 144th, and they broke the record for Algeria, which was 35 matches unbeaten. You know, that was great.
Yeah.
And looking at it clearly, this basically shows you that you see the passion that they're playing against. They don't care about the big players. They say, you know, this is their shine. You know, when you come to play such a tournament, this is your time to shine. This is like a market. So you don't want to care about the big players, because if you outshine them, definitely someone will be seeing you out there in Europe.
Comoros, I was watching, I mean, Comoros will probably not go through to the next round, but their goalkeeper, I was in awe. You should have seen me in my living room jumping up and down, you know? I mean, he has, I think he plays in 4th or 5th division of France football, but
the quality.
The quality of his game was just unbelievable. Comoros, if I'm not wrong, was in our group, eh?
Yeah. Don't say it loudly.
Kenya should be there. That should be Kenya. But would we have been able to do that?
No,
but what I see about also is the way that the different regions of Africa have improved their football. If you look at Zimbabwe, Malawi, these guys who are playing in the AFCON right now, most of those players actually play in the South African Premier League. And you can see why the football has improved. Because they're bringing back whatever they're learning there, the lessons and the skill set, back home. So when you ask yourself, how is Malawi, a country which is obviously poorer than Kenya, less infrastructure, being able to go for the AFCON and we can't? It's just how serious they take their football.
I mean, we always said...
We have Collins back. Collins, we're just talking about the underdogs. Of course, teams like Malawi, teams like Comoros, you know. What are these countries doing back home? Or what, let me rephrase, what is Kenya not doing?
That they're doing.
That they are doing.
You know, basically, when you look at it clearly, I was with the Malawi team yesterday and the president. You know, there's that passion that the teams have. Malawi, you look at small teams like Sierra Leone, you know, they get out. They realize that, you know, this is a stage, this is a big stage where everyone, you know, every player has a dream. And when in this kind of stage, you give it all. That's the difference. You know, our Kenyan players are good, yes. They give their best, but sometimes, you know, there's that lack of passion. You play just to play. But if you realize that when you play against the big boys and you perform properly, this is the stage that you're basically going to go. Like, example, the Sierra Leone keeper is playing in the local division. Teams, you know, clubs from South Africa have already started courting him.
Exactly.
You know, that is something good for football. And if we can, you know, we can take that basically for our own country and the federation itself basically to give that motivation, that will be fantastic, because sometimes you lack that motivation for the federation. Because when you first of all, when you don't press, you know, you don't frustrate your players, they can give it all, because they know they're a small team and they've come to a big stage, so they know if they shine, this is now their time to basically be seen everywhere in the world.
Well, I'm hoping Kenya gets a federation soon, because we don't have that much time to continue having this chat. So, Colin, the question I want to ask and what I want us to address now is what happened with the Zambian referee. We saw the game end on 85 minutes and then on 89 minutes. And I saw on your Instagram you said that he had heat rash and it was a medical issue. I just want you to explain to us what exactly happened and how is the referee feeling now?
What really happened, the Zambian referee, Giannis Sikazo, is a very experienced referee. This is a referee who was officiated at the World Cup. is one of the best in Africa. So that particular day, what happened, according to the analysis from the CAF refereeing department, Gianni Sikaze suffered from a heat stroke because it was too hot. By the way, it's too hot at 2 p.m. You can imagine if even you open your laptop by the pitch, you can't see. But you know, that has been sorted. He was taken to hospital. They gave health, and right now we are waiting to see if they're going to also allocate him another match. But as it stands, he's still around, unlike the rumors that have been on the net that he was sent back home. Gianni Sikaze is still here in Cameroon.
But isn't there a procedure that is supposed to happen if the referee is feeling unwell? Can't he call it, like at 85, he should have called it and said, actually, I'm not feeling okay. Can the fourth official take over for the remainder of the game?
You see, what you're saying is very correct. I think there's some communication break because the fourth official, they were not communicating well. And you know, the man in charge is called the general coordinator. And, you know, when they is given information, they will have made a decision. But that is one thing that particular department has to look at because, you know, with these kind of challenges is when you learn. It has never happened. But this time, I think with what has happened, I think the particular department, they're planning on coming up with issues, you know, how to basically solve that kind of scenario because it was, yes, it was a mistake, but it was not good for Africa. But, you know, it was something affecting his health because he didn't expect it, but now they're looking at it. Finally, the department is going to come up with a resolution on how to avoid such an incident once again.
Yes.
Yes. All right, and then finally, just to close, Collins, because we're out of time, what can we expect for the remainder of the tournament?
The remainder of the tournament, let's expect excitement because there are people who are trying to refer. You know, AFCON has basically been looked down upon, but I want to tell you, the mood is buoyant and everyone is excited. And look at the performance in the teams. This is what AFCON is all about. When the players come back from Europe, this is the atmosphere because in Africa, playing in Africa is difficult more than Europe. I was with Sadio Mane, he was telling me it's tough because the players know him and they know that if they mark him, that's when they're going to shine. So let's expect the best. Things have calmed down. People are enjoying football, and let's just celebrate Africa as Africans and make AFCON better because this is our local tournament, and we have to keep on praising it and talking about it all the time.
Okay. All right, thank you, Collins Okunya. Thank you so much. And I'm waiting for your interview with Sadio Mane. I saw the photos. I've not yet seen the interview. Yeah, he's rubbing shoulders with all of them.
Hey, shoulders, rubbing.
Okay, can you get an autograph and then bring me the T-shirt? I'm the Liverpool fan.
Oh, you're the Liverpool fan. Anyway, Collins, you enjoy yourself for the remaining of the tournament. I follow you. I stalk you on Instagram. You know that.
Thank you so much.
And the way he's account is so vibrant.
And water breaks. Water breaks. That hits.
Guys, that is it for now in our discussion on AFCON. Of course, the tournament continues and we will be watching every step of the way. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to look at the
drama. It was a pleasure being with you.
The drama that is happening in England, in English football, after the break.